WESH 2 News starts now with breaking news.
And we have an update on that breaking story we've been following for the past hour. A child taken during a carjacking in Ocoee has been found safe. The suspect is in custody.
WESH 2's Dave McDaniel was the first reporter on the scene and joins us live. Dave, what are you learning?
Well, we've moved from Good Homes Plaza to where the car was recovered here at Apopka Island in Balboa. You can see just past here, that is the white Oldsmobile Alero that they were looking for around a little after 11 this morning. That Alero and the woman and child that was with that car was carjacked at Good Homes Plaza right at West Colonial and Good Homes Road. The search went out immediately to try to find that car and try to find the man who was in it, a man described as being like in his late 20s with dreadlocks. We're now being told the man who was found with that car, with the baby, is in custody. His name is Jamoy Gordon. He's 26 years old. And again, we're expecting a briefing here from the Ocoee Police Department. But according to witnesses over at Good Homes Plaza, a little after 11 this morning, they heard huge screams, a woman clearly in distress. They rushed over to her and they found the woman, and they said that she actually had hair in her fist, clenched in her fist, from where she was trying to fight off this man who was trying to take away her car with her child inside. One witness told us he actually had his hands on this man, but the guy got away, got in the car, and drove away heading west. The Ocoee Police Department quickly put out information looking for this white Oldsmobile and the little boy inside. And just shortly before noon, only minutes after this crime was initially committed, they recovered the car here. They had the man in custody, and also they had the little boy safe. We believe the little boy is inside the rescue van here. Some members of the family are here hoping to obviously go in and visit with the young child. But again, the child is safe, the car is recovered, and a man is in custody after this carjacking at Good Homes Plaza a little after 11 o'clock this morning. Reporting live in Orange County, Dave McDaniel, WESH 2 News.
Wow.
All right, Dave, thank you so much. We're going to continue following the story for you this afternoon. Another big thing of impact is we woke up to some really cool temperatures again,
Correct.
but now the weather's changing.
Which is great because it's Friday, Amy, and people want to get outside.
Yes, and enjoy the weekend. We have some clouds and a little blue sky in downtown Orlando. It is 70 degrees. Yesterday, we were in the mid-50s at noon, and now today is a much different story. It's so much nicer and warmer. Humidity levels not bad at all. The dew points are higher today, though, so there's a little more moisture in the air, a little more cloud cover, but overall pretty nice. It is a bit breezy, too, coming in out of the east at 10. That's what those winds are doing right now. 66 Leesburg, 63 Ocala, so notice northwest of I-4 it's a little cooler, but there are a few spots, including Titusville, that have made it to 70. Melbourne right now is at 72. The winds are breezy, 10-15 miles per hour, and they're coming in off the ocean out of the northeast, so they have shifted around, which means they're going to keep drawing in some of that moisture this afternoon, and the clouds will continue to increase. But they'll be scattered. We'll still get some sunshine breaking through, and temperatures will be warmer than what we've seen around here lately. Now, after sunset, the temperatures will drop, but notice we'll be in the 50s by 9 o'clock instead of the 40s, which is where we were last night and the night before. So we will have that temperature drop, but it's not going to be nearly as cold tomorrow morning. I'll show you those numbers. We'll talk about the rest of the weekend coming up.
We're continuing to follow some breaking news out of Brevard County.
Yeah, that is where Palm Bay police have just confirmed they're treating an ongoing death investigation as a homicide. Detectives have also identified the victim, who was found shot to death at home on Firth Road. Bob Hazen is live there with the very latest. Bob, what can you tell us?
Well, police say they're close to finishing up their work here at the house in Palm Bay. But like you said, we did get some new information this morning about this incident. Take a look at this picture. This is the man who police say was the victim of this shooting. His name is Salvatore Calari, and investigators say it appears he was shot to death. Now, he was found at the home here on Firth Road in Palm Bay just before 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Investigators have been here ever since, looking for evidence at the house and talking to people in this area. They've not said yet what they believe happened to Calari, except to say that they're looking at this as a homicide. We also don't know yet if this is where the victim lived or how he got to this location. We are expecting to get some more information from Palm Bay Police in just a short time here. And of course, as soon as we get more information, we will bring it to you. Reporting live in Palm Bay, Bob Hazen, WESH 2 News.
Thanks, Bob. Investigators in Hernando County are trying to figure out what caused a horrible crash that killed a man at the airport. They say the 62-year-old man was hit in the head by the main rotor blades of a helicopter that he was working on at the Brooksville Tampa Bay Regional Airport. They say it suddenly jerked up, then came down on him while he was trying to jump start it with a power cart. A man charged with manslaughter in the controversial Stand Your Ground case is set to be back in court in the day ahead. Michael Drake is facing manslaughter charges after fatally shooting Marquise McLaughlin after an argument over a parking space in July in Clearwater. Drake was arrested and then charged 3 weeks later. His attorney says his client acted in self-defense and the shooting was justified.
A mother in Polk County is making an emotional plea to her daughter, who she claims is in an R. Kelly sex cult. Alice Clary claims she hasn't spoken to her daughter in years. She says Azriel, that's her daughter, is in an abusive relationship with the singer. Her story is one of many featured on a new documentary, Surviving R. Kelly. She says her daughter met R. Kelly at a concert in Orlando when she was 17. She says she supervised every interaction until he asked the teen to join him on tour so he could be her mentor. And now Clary wants her daughter home.
Soon as she turned 18, it was like communication started dying and dwindling. I'm never gonna stop till the day I die.
Clary says she recently went to R. Kelly's concert in Tampa. She says she made it on stage and tried to grab her daughter, but was taken away in handcuffs. Casey Anthony's parents are asking to have their foreclosure trial delayed. Cindy and George Anthony have been fighting off a foreclosure on their Hope Springs Drive home for years. Their attorney has filed a motion asking the court to delay the March 1st trial because George Anthony is still recovering from serious injuries he suffered in a rollover crash on I-4 in November.
This afternoon, we want to get you back to the breaking news that we're following in Ocoee. A 2-year-old little boy is now being reunited with his mom after being inside a vehicle that was carjacked, according to authorities. This happened at a shopping plaza at West Colonial Drive and Good Homes Road. You can see some of the emergency vehicles there as Chopper 2 is flying over where it all came to an end about 40 minutes ago. We have details of the arrest that was made in this case. We'll have more on this breaking news as West 2 News here at noon continues. A community in North Carolina is proving that kindness can go a very long way.
Students, parents, and teachers in Winston-Salem are showing how much they love their crossing guard by gifting him with a new car. Meredith Stutz has the heartwarming story. All new on West 2.
It's 8 in the morning. Students prepare to start their Thursday at Sherwood Forest Elementary School. Before they walk in the building, families must first receive their daily escort. A safe passage made possible by the man in the neon jacket. His name is Wallace Peoples, but everyone knows him as
Mr. People. Everybody loves him. Everybody knows him here.
For the past 2 years, the 62-year-old served as one of the crossing guards for the school.
He's looking out for everybody, the kids, the parents, the cars. He doesn't miss a beat.
You can tell that he loves what he does. He's such a wonderful man. And when he's missing, everybody knows it.
Parents and students noticed their friend in the yellow jacket went missing last month. Turned out Mr. Peoples' car broke down, couldn't get to work, and spent Christmas Eve in the hospital. Sloan Johnson is a parent and heard about what happened. On Monday, she posted to Facebook to try to help.
In the span of 2 hours, we were at $800 raised in a car donated by another parent.
On Thursday, Mr. Peoples arrived in a borrowed car. He thinks he's working out a deal to buy an old beater. Instead, he's greeted by a few members of his fan club. Behind the signs and cheers is his sleek new ride, donated for free, along with a check for $2,500. Mr. Peoples' tears of disbelief soon turned to jubilation.
And they showed me so much love. And I don't take it lightly because love is not easy to come by.
You wouldn't know that from these kids like Isabel Azaline.
Because he's like a superhero.
They are my kids. I take it very serious. Safety.
I see a sign that says, now it's our turn to help keep you safe. What do you think about that?
Turning on the car, Mr. Peoples takes it all in before taking it for a spin.
And now I really know that they care. And it's good to know that people care about you.
Some superheroes might wear capes, but at Sherwood Forest Elementary School, they wear neon jackets.
Beautiful.
Isn't that great to see? Yeah, they really are doing something great there. All right, West 2 News at noon is continuing after a quick break. We're going to go to the scene of that breaking news once again. It's where a 2-year-old boy has been rescued after a carjacking, according to deputies. Our Dave McDaniel is following the latest. We'll get a live report for you after this quick break. Don't go anywhere.
We have an update now to the breaking news we've been following for the past hour. A child taken during a carjacking in Ocoee has just been found safe, and the suspect is in custody.
And we want to get to West 2's Dave McDaniel. He was the first reporter on that scene. Dave joins us live, where investigators have just talked with the child's grandmother. Dave, what are they saying?
Well, we actually spoke with the child's grandmother just moments ago, and as you might imagine, she's extremely relieved. She said she was in total shock when she gets this call from her daughter saying that she'd been carjacked and that some stranger was off in that car with her grandchild in the back seat. She's enormously grateful for the quick work by law enforcement and the fact that she was able to get inside the Orange County Rescue Unit, visit for a short moment with her grandson, and she said that he's doing extremely well, and she's, of course, extremely grateful. You know, it's all started a little before 11 this morning at the intersection of West Colonial and Good Homes, at the Good Homes Plaza and Good Homes Road, where this woman was there with her child, and then this man comes up and tries to take her car, and there was a battle there in the parking lot, a ferocious battle, according to the deputy chief with the Ocoee Police Department. But this man was able to get away from that mom, able to get away with that car and the child in the back seat. And witnesses told us at the scene that she kept calling out, "Where's my baby? My baby is gone. My baby's been taken." Witnesses, at least one man, actually got his hands on the suspect before he jumped into the car, but couldn't contain him, and this suspect took off. He's being identified as 26-year-old Jamoy Gordon, and according to the Ocoee Police Department, he'll at least face charges of carjacking and abduction. And of course, they'll be looking at the case and figuring out exactly where else they go as far as this criminal investigation. But again, the car was found within about an hour. The baby was found safe. A man is in custody. And it was a really chaotic scene for a while, but they said they really had got the help from all of their fellow friends and law enforcement. They got the information out on social media. So many eyes and ears were looking for this car at an Orange County Sheriff's deputy that was basically sitting in an area thinking the man may come by here. They kind of like set it up into a little bit of a grid, blocking off areas to see where he might go, and they were able to capture him not far from where this carjacking originally took place. Reporting live in Orange County, Dave McDaniel, West 2 News.
It's just incredible. Great this ended this way. The little boy is safe and back with the family. And we're going to stay on top of this throughout the afternoon and bring you any new updates that may come from this. One other big thing that we got to talk about is a weekend warm up here.
Yes, and how beautiful it looks outside right now.
It's so nice, yeah, and it's warmer than it was yesterday. We've got a lot of 60s, even a few 70s already. So it is warmer today than the last 2 days, and we have just a couple of clouds. Over the weekend, we will be back in the 70s. All of us, and we're talking mid to upper 70s, not just barely 70 like today. A few weekend showers also expected, but it's not going to be a washout. Don't panic if you have outdoor plans. The showers on Saturday will be along the coast. There'll be a couple showers Sunday, although I really don't expect much Sunday. We have a front coming through, so it could kick up just a little rain, but it's not going to be anything that will ruin the outdoor weekend activities. So right now, it is 63 in Ocala, 69 in Sanford, 66 Leesburg, Orlando, Titusville are at 70, and Melbourne has already made it to 72. The dew point has to do with how much moisture is in the air. And yesterday at this time of day, the dew points had dropped into the 20s and 30s. Today, they're in the 40s and 50s. Basically, it just means that there's a little more moisture. The humidity levels are higher, so it's not as dry as it was yesterday. But still, this is pretty nice. 40s and 50s, not bad. When we're in July and it's so hot and you can hardly breathe with the humidity, that's when the dew points are in the 70s. So just some kind of perspective for you there on the moisture. Now, this afternoon's high temperatures, we will go up a little more. We'll still be in the lower 70s here in some spots, and then our northern areas will climb too. But we do have some scattered clouds. We've got those northeast winds coming in off the ocean, and that is bringing in the warmer air, the moisture, and a couple of clouds as well. The clouds overnight tonight and the more mild conditions means that our temperatures won't be nearly as cold either. The last 2 mornings, it has been in the 30s and 40s. And now tomorrow, our coldest spots will be in the upper 40s. 50 in the Villages, 52 tomorrow morning in Leesburg, 53 Sanford, 55 Titusville. This is even a little bit warmer than average. We'll have some clouds tomorrow, and then look how Futurecast picks up on these isolated little pockets of rain on the east side of the state. Through noon into the afternoon, it's not very widespread. It's mainly east, and it's not going to last long. But these brief showers will just lift to the north throughout the day tomorrow. Inland spots farther west, Gulf Coast, you're in the clear. So if you were hoping to go to the beach and you were deciding between East Coast, West Coast, go West Coast. That's where it will be sunnier. That's where it will be drier. And there'll be a couple showers along the East Coast for Saturday. It will be warm tomorrow, mid-70s, and then Sunday is when our front comes through. I don't expect much rain from it, couple of showers, but behind that front on Sunday is when we'll get another blast of cool air. Look what that does to our temperatures. For several days in a row next week, we'll be in the mid to upper 60s, and our morning lows will be dropping into the 40s.
Right now, we're taking you back to that breaking news where a child was just found within the hour after a carjacking in Ocoee. We have been staying on top of this, bringing you any new details that we get. We will update you in just a moment. We're taking you back to that breaking news we've been following for the past hour. A child that was missing after a carjacking in Ocoee has been found and reunited with the family. The video you're seeing from earlier is where deputies were holding that baby just moments after finding the child in the car, the back seat of that car that was stolen.
Yeah, it all happened at around 10:45 this morning when the car was taken from Good Homes Plaza, according to Ocoee police and the sheriff's deputies working this. We know from authorities that a man has been taken into custody, and we're staying on top of this. Look at this. Some of the video here just shows you those moments right after the takedown and cuffing this 26-year-old man. We don't know about any charges being filed. We're going to have much more throughout the day here on WESH 2 News, as Dave McDaniel has been there following this story. We will update you as we get more information in our afternoon newscast starting at 4 o'clock. All right. It has come to an end here in a great way, and we are glad that that little boy is safe and back with his family. And just to hear
some of the details.
Yes, and the grandmother just saying, you know, how relieved they are after this little boy was part of this carjacking for nearly an hour.
Correct, and mom was fighting off that suspect, according to her report of what happened.
Yeah.
So glad to see that come to a good end. We are standing here with Amy Sweezy, talking about great weather for a weekend.
Yes, I'm so happy it's Friday, right?
Yes.
It's been so cold this week, at least by our standards, so it's nice that we're going to have a warm up in Central Florida over the weekend. Mid-70s, upper 70s expected for us on Saturday and Sunday. Now, notice the 20% chance of rain. Don't panic if you have plans to be outside this weekend. The rain will be pretty brief and short-lived. On Saturday, most of the rain will be right along the coast, East Coast, that is. So Flagler, Volusia, Brevard, you may get some on and off showers during the day Saturday. On Sunday, there's actually a front that's going to come through, and that front will bring a couple of showers to us, especially to our northern areas in the afternoon and evening. So it'll be later in the day, which means, of course, lots of time for temperatures to climb. After that front passes by, we have cooler air coming in. That, of course, is the big story, because this last cool down we had didn't last very long. It was only about a day and a half. Next week, look at those numbers. Mid to upper 60s expected for highs Monday through Thursday, and then our morning lows are going to get back down to normal too. So we'll have quite a few mornings in the upper 40s. Which means, you know, jackets and sweaters that maybe you put away over the weekend. Don't put them away for too long, because you want to bring them back out for next week. So overall, beautiful day today. Get out and enjoy this Friday. We have sunshine, we have a couple clouds, and it'll be 70 degrees about for that afternoon high around the area.
Feels like my arms are sitting in a fireplace.
Ahead at 4 o'clock this afternoon on WESH 2 News, this man was paralyzed in a crash. Coming up later today, you'll hear the one thing he says he did that likely saved his life.
And most people don't like carrying change around, especially pennies, but this next penny that just sold in an auction might change your mind.
Yeah, that's impressive, and it's all for you this afternoon at 4 o'clock. We're also going to update you on that big breaking news out of Ocoee, where a little 2-year-old boy is now back with his mother and his grandmother after being in the backseat of a car that was stolen, according to authorities. We've got much more for you on air and online. Just make sure you've got to our website, wesh.com, or downloaded our free mobile app